How do you tell the difference between an antique hand-painted piece of porcelain compared to an antique transfer printed piece of porcelain? In other words, something that's had a sticker wrapped around it. Well, I'm David Harper, this is Rosie the dog, and I'm going to show you how to do it in a very short few moments. And what you're about to learn could, well, save you a fortune or even make you a fortune. Dig out the stuff you've got at home and you can work out whether it's hand painted or transfer printed. So I'm going to use two really good, very simple examples here. The first one is an antique jug, Staffordshire, England, made around 1890, 1910, something like that. And it's worth £5 because it's quite ordinary and it's transfer printed. I'll show you how you can tell in a moment. The second one is a Chinese hand-painted tea bowl from the Vung Tau cargo, dates to 1690, and it's worth around £500. Quite a difference, and from a few feet away they both look hand painted. So let's just delve in and I'm going to show you exactly how you can tell whether it's hand painted or transfer printed. So let's start first of all with the absolute definite transfer printed jug. Pretty thing, there's no doubt about it. So what you need to do is hold an object in your hand and examine the decoration. And what we're looking for initially is a start and an end point in the pattern. Think about it. It's literally a sticker that has been wrapped around this jug. So it has to start somewhere and it has to end somewhere. Now, sometimes on really ropey looking pieces, or maybe even the very early items, transferware printed pieces were invented about 1750, 1770. Sometimes you can see the join really clearly where the two patterns are not matched up. Think of wallpaper in your home. If you don't match the pattern perfectly, it's quite obvious. The same applies with transfer printing. If it's a bit ropey, the pattern will not be matched. However, in this case, the artist has been quite clever, and what they've done is they've hidden the join behind the handle. Just get your eye in, it'll make sense. Okay, very cleverly done this. Look at the blank patch, that blank white mark behind the handle. Think again of wallpaper at home and the joining. I'm just going to put my pen nib in. Just look at that there. See how it looks like the pattern has been cut off abruptly. Now, a little further up again, there's the leaf cut off. That is the join. That's where the artist began the print. Or you can use a magnifying glass, get your eye into the pattern, and you're looking for obvious print marks, print manufacturing marks, so little pixelations in the pattern where it's been machine made, the design, and then printed on. And then also look for anything in the repetitive pattern that is identical. So if you've got a flower scene and that repeats itself all over the body, inspect each and every flower scene. If they are identical, then they are obviously printed. If it wasn't identical and painted by hand, they would be different. But the big telltale on this piece is actually the prettiest part of the jug. Take a look at the phoenix. In fact, take a look behind the phoenix. Look, you will see faint lines, evidence of the original background pattern coming through the feathers of the phoenix. This proves that the phoenix sticker was stuck over the top of the original design sometime after the original design was stuck onto the jug, meaning it is without doubt a transfer print. Now onto the interesting piece, which is the hand, obviously not that interesting, sorry Rose, the interesting piece, which is the hand painted Chinese Vung Tao tea bowl and saucer. Right, again, repetitive pattern. Always think repetitive pattern. Check it out. So this bowl is made up of several panels, all with what look like a repetitive pattern, but they're not. Just look closely and you will see variations in the pattern. So what you're looking for is darker patches, different shapes, different twirls, obvious hand-painted signs, almost imperfections compared to something that's been printed. And that in the world of antiques is really what we're looking for. We're looking for signs that an artist has created something by hand. So to be ruthless, yes, look for imperfections. When you see imperfections, flower shapes that vary, color patches that are just look too dark in areas, these are little imperfections which actually make an object perfect. One of, the only one identical to it on the planet. And that's what makes hand-painted pieces much more desirable than transfer printed. And that's it. It's as simple as that. With practice, you'll be able to tell from 5 feet away which one is hand-painted and which one is transfer printed. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know and give me some suggestions for future videos. Anything art, antiques, history related, I'm on for it. Test me. I'm David Harper. That was Rosie. Until next time, cheerio.